So this is a reading that doesn't translate very well into gaming addiction, but I'll make the translation at the end of it. So I'm going to go ahead and read it just as it is in its original form. January 17th. Anyone who watched my interaction with alcoholics in my life probably would have considered me the crazy one. I was the one who searched from bar to bar, made scenes in public places, and got hysterical over little things. I was also the one who agonized over the alcoholic's behavior, lied, made apologies and excuses, and resented everything I was doing. Was this sane? Al-Anon was the first place where I ever thought to question my own sanity. I found that I couldn't overcome the effects of this disease by force of will or reason. As they say, my best thinking got me here. But Al-Anon's second step suggests that a higher power could restore me to sanity. I knew that if I felt more rational in an Al-Anon meeting than I did at any other time, and so I could turn for help to the power that seemed to flow through those meetings. From time to time, I still have my irrational moments, but I no longer blame my erratic behavior on anyone else. I now know exactly where to turn when I'm ready to find sanity once more. Today's reminder. Today I will focus on my behavior. If it could stand some improvement, I will ask a power greater than myself for help. And the quote is, if we do not change our direction, we are likely to end up where we are headed. And that's an ancient Chinese proverb. So yeah, this is the classic kind of hysterical behavior. You got an alcoholic in your life to be, going looking for them. Where are they? Are they drowning in their own vomit somewhere? How bad is it? They're just going to get worse. And you get hysterical. This is a pretty common response. So in gaming addiction, they're in your basement. They're in their room. They're not going anywhere. And you don't really know what's going on in there. You hear them screaming all night long, like a 10-year-old shouting at the screen. And but you still do this tracking behavior. So like I said before, chemical addiction and gaming addiction, they have similarities in the response of the people external to them, but they're played out differently. These are different addictions. So what the loved one does is, are they awake? Are they sleeping at all? When do they go to bed? Blah, blah, blah. And in that cycle, you're not sleeping well. You're not going to bed. You're obsessing. And in fact, the gaming addict typically disrupts the sleep of every single person in the household because they're shouting like a wild banshee at a screen, all hours of the night. So just know that those are common behaviors that people do. So they're tracking, they're keeping track of, they're monitoring someone else's behaviors, thinking that, you can keep that person safe, which it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And again, I would say if you've got minor kids in your household, everybody in the house, sleep is sacred. That was a mantra. Sleep is sacred, and no one should have the right to disrupt another person's sleep, particularly yours. So if you've been caught up in that wave of internet gaming at night, uh, get a router, turn the internet off night, get some control over your household, but definitely first things first, make sure that you're getting sleep so that you're exercising good judgment in the household and over the minor children that you're responsible for in your household. Again, I can't these are just my opinion. Take which works for you and leave the rest. We all have to solve our own problems. But quality sleep is essential for mental health, um, mental growth, rational thinking, and most of all for peace, including peace of mind. All right.